Today's program furnished by funding from Bill's Bake Shop, where smiles are everywhere.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
When you have legal issues, Paula Chalella, attorney at law, 113 North Mercer Street, Newcastle.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, Nctv45. Nctv45 Newcastle, The Train.
And hello, as I was making sure that my buttons were pushed correctly, Friday, November 6th. And we march on through a year that's had tumultuous turns. You know, I don't know if you've ever watched Life or gotten Life magazine that kind of encapsulates the year. This has been a pretty special one. I just, when I stop and think about everything that's been going on, and I had to move the headphones there. It's truly amazing. We've got some good news kind of breaking, and I'm going to give you that. Sometimes it's nice and comfortable. I changed the set around, folks. You can't see it, but made myself a little more comfortable at the news desk. And yeah, I got coffee. And you know, for the first time, the state has put out something in all their bad press that they're getting these days. The state has put out something that terribly interests me personally, because you probably see me take the glasses off, put the glasses on, and I'm going to tell you about that. Also, the weather has been perfect, and they're not giving you a temperature. And I am just totally amazed that they're not, because it feels so good out there. It's amazing. And to say there's no temperature or anything available, boy, oh boy, that's just a surprise. As we get and move through, we're going to take a look at traffic, and I have to get you some kind of temperature. It's 41 degrees. I went to my other source since they're not giving us anything. Let's look at the PennDOT traffic cameras and see exactly what they have. I can tell you this. Let's be careful on the highways and byways, because creative driving is not what we really want. 422 Route 168, they're not giving you a camera image, and neither, well, Martha Street is. And there's some traffic out there as you look towards Martha Street, and you can't see that, but I'm going to work on fixing that this weekend. We take a look at 376 as they get on the PA Turnpike. Very light. Nothing there. State Street up in Union, kind of heavy at that point. As that merges into Union, and then 422 West Interchange, a little bit more moderate. Things seem to be traveling quite light, and with one more glimpse in the Pittsburgh area, we'll take a look at the 422 interchange. Even that's moderate. It's not as bad as it was. So just beware, be safe as you head out. I think people find themselves exhausted, for lack of a better word, at this time of the year. Now I'm looking at a beautiful sunrise in Interstate 80, and well, eastbound a little bit heavier, but there's some traffic on the westbound too. So we'll call it moderate, as no alerts. So that's a good thing. Now, let's settle back and let's not really get all wrapped up in sides and this and the election. Let's talk about the golden rule. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. And I can't help it, but my football, basketball type thing comes into my brain. I've coached both. You always want to try your best to win. No doubt about it. And if you get a break, well, you get a break. But I have never wanted to win by cheating or getting a bad call. Sometimes bad calls happen. Philadelphia is making the rest of the country scratch their heads. And let's see what example we're setting. A court ruled that observers should be able to neutrally observe what's going on in the counting facility. That seems like a very good bipartisan type thing. And let me explain. You know, I was asked before, I was covering a Trump campaign, and I was asked, why haven't you covered Biden's? And I said I wasn't invited. And lo and behold, I got an invitation and we went down and covered it. I have friends who are Democrats. And I cherish our friendship. A bipartisan effort is something that makes this country so great. Yet, the sheriff in Philadelphia did not show up to let in Republican observers to observe the count. Now, a court ruled, we have the legislature, they pass a law. The executive branch, they sign a law. Now it's signed into law. Now it must be enforced. And the judiciary provides justice with respect to those breaking the law. The sheriff refused to show up in Philadelphia. And we had a spectacle for which those with the megaphone, those talking about it, were not wrong. There were not neutral observers there. There were not opposition observers there. There was no one. The city of Philadelphia disobeyed the law. Pure and simple. What example are we setting? What example are we setting for children? You disobey the law in school, the teacher, the principal, who's wrong? I really want to know. I really want to know who's wrong, and is discipline and punishment for breaking the law, breaking the rules, is that now gone by the wayside? As we have, and I'm watching Josh Shapiro, who already spoke out of turn during the election. What are we learning? Are we teaching folks that there's a two-tier justice system in the United States of America? Are we teaching people that, well, it really doesn't matter what you think. It really doesn't matter, because if you're not in power, then, well, too bad. You're at the will of those who are. There was the home of the free and the brave. Those who were maybe on the other side and said, wait, let's pull back. They have a shot. They won. It was justified. It was realistic. Cheating wasn't the way. There was no thank you for entering. And now we are reduced to this. Milwaukee, Detroit, and Philadelphia have, and Atlanta to a much lesser extent, but still, have decided the fate of the country. When you look at population in Pennsylvania, Fulton County does not have the population of Philadelphia, and we know that. But with the trend that says 85, 90% voting for President Trump, 10% voting for Biden, you know that you can't go into a city and totally reverse that. Yet, it looks like there's some shady business going on. In Nevada, we have people that moved out of state. And they still voted in Nevada. That should be a federal offense. And you know, whether you liked Barack Obama or didn't, the guy was truly a charismatic speaker. He's a guy that you could sit down and listen to. And you might not agree with, but he was good. There are some people that are like that. I can think of Lou Holtz. I can think of all these people that are very, very good at this. And Joe Biden, through no fault of his own, each of us have God-given talents, and please, I kind of feel bad for Joe because I think Barack feels bad for Joe because they've dragged him through the mud. They've really dragged him through the mud on all of this. I mean, the guy is up in age. Why are you torturing him? I give him credit for standing for his convictions, allowing himself to be a marketing tool for probably the Democratic Party. But please, do you mean he garnered more support in the inner cities than Barack Obama? I don't believe it's illegal. I don't believe it's even possible when Joe was not as good a candidate as Hillary Clinton. Something to think about as you watch these numbers where you've got 22 states and 22 states on the board. You've got Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and Nevada. Okay. Now, they still haven't settled Alaska. And I guess they still haven't settled Arizona. Really? Folks, we better get a grip. We're looked up to as one of the greatest countries in the world. And this is going to have a great deal of issues. And they're not going to be good. They are not going to be good, folks. Coronavirus, and I have a heartfelt warmth for the elderly. My friend, probably one of my best friends, mother, tested positive for corona. She's on oxygen. Last check, she wasn't doing well. There's a 98% recovery rate with this coronavirus, and people are getting better, and there's non-hospital time, and geez, I mean, let's stop and think about this a second. The mortality rate is very, very low. We could no longer fear the virus and go through lockdowns that are terribly, terribly misled. We better get a grip, or there won't be anything to get a grip on. Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board releases its annual report. Today released its fiscal year annual report, which details sales trends of products, and it goes on. This was when lantering was done, and the bars and the beer distributors had to close, but the state stores didn't for St. Patrick's Day. Now I've been talking about this shining moment where I absolutely believed they got something right. Oh, hold the press and listen closely. The Department of Health advises people to limit on-screen time receiving an annual eye exam to protect eyes. And I went to an eye doctor. They didn't return my call. I don't want to say anything, but how was that? Long before this report came out. Positioning your electronic device at arm's length and a bit below the line of your vision to protect your vision as well as your posture. Mine's 3 to 4 feet. Alternating online consumption ability, like reading physical books instead of ebooks, adjusting the brightness, taking a break outdoors when possible, staying hydrated, eating well, and exercising, blinking regular to keep the eyes from drying. All important things. If you're looking at a monitor every day, like me, I was really tickled when they came out with that. And I don't want to mention the group's name that didn't give me a call back. Enjoying your coffee this morning? Hope you're enjoying the sunshine that we've been having. Now, one more word before we go to sports. Governor Wolf announces funding to protect the homeless during COVID resurgence. I believe COVID is a problem. But Governor, as long as you keep everything shut down, we got more of a problem than we know what to do with. He set up emergency shelters and temporary shelters and street outreach. You know what? I just can't take the continued pandering when he's the one that caused the problem. Now, let's go to sports, and we'll be back.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Hello and welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner. Football, Friday night style. And here you go. Number 11, the Miami Hurricanes taking on the North Carolina State Wolfpack. That at North Carolina State. 7:30 on ESPN. 9 o'clock, San Jose State taking on San Diego. Little rivalry there. That's on CBS Sports Network. And here's another one. Number 9 BYU going back to the days of the WAC, Western Athletic Conference. For those of you who don't know, I'm not a little whacked. But they're taking on number 21 Boise State on the blue field up in Boise. Now, okay, I feel compelled to tell you that I hope North Carolina State upsets Miami. San Jose State and San Diego don't really care because I don't. And BYU, I hope you win. So just a little background there of what's going on before you get to Saturday's menu, and it's large. Now, Friday night, the Wilmington Greyhounds are at home against Carn City. Let's go Hounds. And here's hoping that you go to Cedars, get some great food, enjoy the games, and have a great Friday evening. We're going to take a time out. We'll be right back after these messages.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535. This program sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. Brian Ches, owner. Call 724-498-4760. Brian would be glad to visit.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, well, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust. At Delicios. Look at this sandwich. This is lunch, and I didn't want to overdo it, but I had coleslaw before. This sandwich, absolutely excellent. Cajun chicken, but their menu is so huge, and I'm going to show you all your friends that you knew from the old place. They're all here, so make sure you stop. They're open from 7 to 9. It's Delicios in downtown Newcastle. We're back, and I'm going to have to get a little checkup on our systems here, because I clicked the button and it's Friday, folks. You know, to give you some idea of how we're slipping, out west, they rammed through there's no more illegal drugs. Think about that. Think about how wrong that is. And then think about the election. Just saying. Think about it. Forum addresses the impact on, and here they go again, racial disparities and inequalities on the detection, diagnosis, and treatment of Alzheimer's. You know, let me tell you why this is a bunch of bunk in from the state of Pennsylvania. We have different medical schools and facilities throughout the country. We have different colleges, universities, high schools, professional teams throughout the country. Some places, Air Force, BYU, are really proficient in throwing the ball. Some places like Penn State, really proficient in developing linebackers. Does that mean we have inequality, folks? I suffer from ulcerative colitis. I got an infusion. The last month it reacted very badly with my body. They had to call 2 different universities. One in the ACC and the other one in the Big Ten. Where you live sometimes will dictate on how good the treatment is. I am here most of the time in the beautiful Majestic, and I say beautiful because they do a heck of a job. And I have beautiful friends. Some are black, some are white. And every day we say good morning to each other. Every day we say God bless. Every day, every Sunday, one of my friends goes to a different church than me. Yet, what they're claiming is not true. What they're claiming is not true. They just want to pander. It's time to get that the heck out of here. It doesn't make any sense. Now, just when you think, well, the other side has you up to your ears, they do something right. The Wolf administration hosts a virtual vaping summit, drawing hundreds to address the impacts on vaping, telling them why these products are harmful, setting a good example of being tobacco-free, and encourage them to up to appointment of their health care providers. Now, just when he's going left, he zigzags back to the right. My hope for Comrade Wolf, who I think is a nice guy, is that he finds consistency in his life. He should come out and condemn what happened in Philadelphia. He should tell people don't vape, don't use drugs, and he should continue his apprenticeship work, which is working wonderfully in the state. We are putting people back to work. And it's thanks to a great program that he instituted. The Newcastle Rotary. You know, talk about a great group of people, and this is where our 20 to 40-year-olds, they're missing it. They're totally missing it. They're selling calendars. If you've ever seen the calendars, they're beautiful. I mean, these are keepsake calendars. These are not like, oh, buy a calendar and you can get rid of it. They have beautiful pictures on the front of these calendars. With it, you can win a prize every day. Calendars are $20. And I'm sorry, Heather, you could have wrote just a little bit bigger. The calendars are $20. On certain days, they give certain prizes out. So if you win, the calendar gets paid for, and you've got a great group. You've got calendars with great pictures. I can't tell you enough good things about Rotary. Contact me, Rotarian. If you don't know who to contact, if you contact me, we'll make sure you get a calendar. Well, folks, they have not been able to come up with any weather. So I don't think you're going to see radar either, but maybe it will. That tells you it's kind of clear. That's out of Cleveland. That's out of Pittsburgh. Let's go to Lawrence County 45 weather, and we'll be right back.
My name is Brittany. I have suffered with depression for 15 years.
My name is Sam, and I've been experiencing depression for over 12 years. This is the first place I will always recommend for somebody to come if they're suffering from depression or anxiety or any kind of problem like that.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal.
Run it again at Wendy's Lunch. Run it again with hot dogs, fries, burgers, and much more. For the 2-point conversion, try those daily specials. Run right in and you won't even need a whole car to score at Wendy's Lunch. Before the game, just right for lunch, or anytime. It's Wendy's Lunch. 2402 Wilmington Road, Newcastle.
BSB. Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day of the week you see. Call or stop in to BSB. Big Shot Bobs will be your favorite place, just like me.
Hello and welcome once again to Lawrence County 45 weather. And well, after last night's clear low of 44, how are we looking for the weekend? It's time to start thinking about that. And bango, we are delivering some clear skies for you. And look at this national map. Clear. It's the best national map because all the other ones have that election stuff on them. So how's your weather forecast? Let's get right to it. What's shaking last night? Clear and 44. Friday, sunny, 68. Friday night, clear, 41. Saturday, sunshine and 70. Saturday night, clear and 44. Sunday, sunshine and 72. How about let's open those pools, folks? Just kidding. Sunday night, partly cloudy, 50. Monday, sunshine and 74. Monday night, clear and 54. Tuesday, sunshine, 74. Whoa. Now, Tuesday night, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, 57. You got to have some rain sometime. Your Veterans Day, sunshine pops out, partly sunny, high of 68. Then it drops down to 40%. 40% chance of rain as the day goes on. Well, I should say rises to 40%. But you start out with some sunshine, and what a forecast that is. Just beautiful right across the board. We'll take it. That means a great weekend for you. Now, this was Lawrence County 45 weather. We're going to take this break, and then we'll be right back after we hear from these great people. Elham's for one great dining experience. Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program. Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Special thanks going out to Town Mall Pizza for sponsorship of this program, located in the Cascade Galleria, Newcastle.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
And welcome back. And, well, as we continue through this Friday, I've only got one thing to say. First of all, get out. Do something with your friends, family, kids. Make it a great day. And also, tell a friend. And have a friend tell a friend about NCTV45. They'll be glad you did. When they say, I don't watch a lot of TV, you tell them that NCTV45 is available anytime on your time. Yes, a train that runs on your schedule. That's NCTV45. Always in the pursuit of excellence. Now, remember, Mass will be on today, and we will have the sound at the beginning of Mass, because I've been on my son about making those kind of mistakes. And yesterday, he apparently was. He logs in and does things, and I just ask people if they see there's a problem, let me know. So, but anyways, here you go. Make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon.